Good day everyone, this is Rahim Dimalanes and I am the first reporter of our group, and we will discuss to you our topic, which is the transfer of learning, and I will just give you an introduction of our topic. So let us start. So teachers want their students to apply knowledge and skills they learn in class to other situations. When one recognizes a situation or something similar in a way to what he has experienced before, his tendency is to use the knowledge and skills he has learned to this new situation. This is what transfer of learning is about. So this simply means that teachers, or we are future teachers, are not just only aiming na yung mga students is matuto sila mentally, but they will also able to apply that knowledge or experience for the certain situation. So this also means that if a student has learned something, he will able to apply it in the real life. So for example, the student is tinuruan siya ng basic math. So kung i-apply to sa real world, is magagamit niya ito sapagkat halimbawa bibili siya ng juice and ang pera niya is 20 pesos. So alam niya kung magkano yung sukli niya. Then nung ibibigay na nung tindera yung sukli niya, he will realize na totoo pala yung tinuro sa kanya. So in that case, the transfer of learning is effective and it is a positive. Okay, so we have here our advanced organizer, the transfer of learning. Types of transfer, we have the positive, the negative, the near, the far, and the general transfer. Now we have also the conditions and principles of transfer, but it will be discussed by the next reporter. So now, first is we have this na kung saan you have the different phone, and as well as yung kasama mo is meron din siyang different. Oh, now ipapahiram mo yung phone mo, which is hindi niya or first time niya pa ginagamit. So is he or she able to use that phone easily? That's the question. So now malamang yung sagot dyan is hindi. But if you teach him or her on how to use that gadget, is habang tumatagal, matututunan niya yun, and he will able to use that as kung paano mo yun gamitin. So that's how the transfer of learning works. So we have also to reflect here, where is a thesis writer once remarked, "Buti na lang we were required to do action research in the undergraduate. It helped me a lot in my thesis." So to reflect on this, siyempre, ang action research is very, kasi you're not just doing the research, but you're also gaining information, you're also learning from their past experiences of the undergraduate students. So it is very, beneficial for you, and it will help your thesis din naman. Yes, and we have here a paragraph to read. A preacher used this analogy of Dead Sea and the Sea of Galilee and life. The Dead Sea is dead. Only a few living things can thrive there because of its high salinity. All that the Dead Sea does is receive water. It does not give away. It is dead. This is linked to a person who is psychologically dead because he does is receive, or because he only does is to receive and he never gives away. So, ang tinutukoy ng preacher dito or ng isang mangangaral is yung isang tao na kung saan he only learned from others but he don't want to teach others. So,
good day, ma'am. I am Shane Altamar, and I will be discussing to you the transfer of learning. So, what is transfer of learning? So, from the word transfer, ito ay isang bagay na natutunan na natin at ito ay na-apply na natin sa kung ano man ang gagawin natin or ano ba yung nakaatang na dapat natin gawin. So, when we say transfer of learning, ito yung natutunan na natin. And when we are able to learn a specific thing or action, dito na natin na nalalagay yung transfer. Dito na natin natatransfer or nagagawa na natin yung isang bagay because natuto na tayo. So, transfer of learning happens when learning in one context or with one set of materials affects performance in another context or with other related materials. For a simple explanation of that, it is apply the knowledge to another situation what was previously learned. So, ito yung ability na maa-apply ng isang bagay na natutunan natin sa isang bagay. So, ito na yung na-apply natin, yung natutunan natin sa ibang sitwasyon, sa ibang bagay, o sa mga gawain natin. So, it is like, think of it like learning how to ride a bike. So, after you've learned on how to ride a bike, after you've mastered to learn a bike, it is easier to learn for us to ride a scooter or a motorcycle because we already understand, we already know how to add the basic components of balance and conditions. For example, here are some of the examples. Learning to use roller skates later helps a person to learn more quickly to ice skate. So syempre, yung when you learn how to use a roller skates, then afterwards you'll be able to know on how to use the roller skates on the ice skates. So in this part is parang yung transfer of learning is nanggagano pa rin, parang yung tao pa rin mismo yung ang gagawa ng paraan yan. Kasi yung iba kasi is na-learn, then pero yung learning or yung transfer of learning is nakabatay pa rin sa kanya if gagawin niya yung isang bagay na natutunan niya. So here, another example is learning to get along with classmates in preschool helps the child adjust and relate well with classmates in the big school, or even playing highly competitive online computer games might even make one better strategic thinker in politics or business. So in a wide explanation or wide yung pangmalawakang pagkakaintindihan. So, yung learning daw is, learning to get along with classmates in preschool helps the child adjust and relate well with classmates into big school. So, syempre, if yung bata is na marunong siyang mag-communicate in her or his classmate, syempre, she will know how to adjust and relate sa mga classmate niya. So, makakasabay siya, makakasama siya kung saan man yung mga classmate niya, parang magkakagrupo na sila, you're collaborating with others. So, even playing highly competitive online computer games might even make one person a better strategic thinker when it comes in politics or businesses kasi na-apply mo yung natutunan mo in computer. You can use it on politics and businesses and other related works na nakaka-relate sa computer. So the transfer is very significant concept in education and learning theory because most of those concerned in education aim to achieve transfer. So yung transfer is very significant concept in education kasi nga nakasalalay din sa tao kung paano niya ito-transfer yung learning na nakukuha niya in the education. So most of those concerned in education aim to achieve transfer. So kasi kapag gusto mong matuto, if you want to learn and gusto mo talagang matuto, then you will going to achieve transfer kasi gusto mo matuto, gusto mo yung natutunan mo, gusto mong i-apply talaga when it comes to work, when it comes sa mga bagay na gusto mong gawin. And that is how works, and that how the transfer of learning works. So that's all, ma'am. Thank you. Kapalka.
Good day, ma'am. I am Lorja Bautista, and this is the continuation of Shane Aldama report, The Transfer of Learning. Circumstances of learning, classrooms, workbooks, tests, drills differ significantly from the situations when what is learned is to be applied in the home, on the job, within complex tasks. So, ang pagkatuto ng isang learner sa classroom, workbooks, tests, and drills is magkaiba ang sitwasyon kung ito ay lalapat sa home, on the job, or within the complex tasks. Dahil ang pagkatuto sa classroom is merong tulong ng isang guro, samantalang ang pagkatuto naman sa bahay is minsan kailangan ng sariling kakayahan at minsan hindi natutugunan ng pansin ng mga magulang. As a result, the educational goals are not met until transfer occurs. This makes transfer a very important aspect of instruction. It may be true that in most cases, the goal of transfer of learning from classrooms to real-life situation is not achieved. So, hindi na-achieve ang paglipat ng kaalaman ng isang bata patungo sa real-life situation dahil hindi lahat ng mga learners is kayang i-apply ang kanilang natutunan paglabas sa paaralan patungo sa kanilang sa real-life situation dahil kulang sa gabay o suporta ang mga learners. It is vital that as a future teacher, you have a clear understanding of how best to teach your learners so that transfer of learning is facilitated. So as a future teacher, dapat kapag ikaw ay tuturo na is dapat alam mo yung ituturo mo na makapagpalawak ng kaalaman ng mga estudyante mo para mas madali nila itong ma-transfer or ma-apply nila ito sa real life situation. After all, what good is there is providing your learners with tons of knowledge and a multitude of skills if they cannot apply them when they need to. So, after all, is makaka-provide ka sa iyong learners ng mga dagdag na mga kalaman or mga multitude skills na kaya nilang i-apply sa real life situation kung kinakailangan nila ito. That's all. Thank you.
So, good day, ma'am. I am Joelyn Bisiti and I will tackle about the type of transfer. So, there are 4 types of transfer, which is the positive transfer, the negative transfer, the near transfer, and the far transfer. So, then I'm going to report the positive transfer and the negative transfer. So, ano nga ba ang positive transfer? So, ang positive transfer, which is occurs when learning in one context improve performance in some other context. Yung masasabi natin siyang positive transfer kapag daw ang isang bagay na natutunan natin ay i-apply natin sa isang bagay, which help us na ma-improve yung performance natin o mas mapadali or mas mapadaling gawin, yung mas maintindihan natin yung ating ginagawa. Just like for example, if marunong tayo sa gitara, then gusto ng ating guro or ng ating instructor na magpatugtog tayo gamit ang ukulele. So yung parang paggamit natin sa ukulele, yung parang magawa na natin siya ng mabilis kasi marunong na tayo sa gitara. Just like for example, another example, if ang speaker is Japanese, then mas madali lang sa kanya mas easy lang sa kanya na i-learn ang Mexican na language than sa Japanese na language. So next is the negative transfer. So the negative transfer occurs when learning in one context impact negatively on performance in another. So yung negative transfer is kaibahan siya sa positive transfer, which is ang negative transfer is yung parang matatagalan yung ginagawa. Yung parang nagpapabagal sa iyong ginagawa. So for example, learners commonly assimilate a new language, phone text to crude approximation in their native tongue and use word orders carried over from their native tongue. Example, there may be a tendency for a Bisaya speaking child to frequently interchange the E and I sounds when speaking in English. With experience, however, learners correct the effects of negative transfer. Masasabit natin siyang negative transfer because negative transfer is transfer that occurs when previous learning tender for their learning. Yung parang pinapabagal niya yung iyong ginagawa. That's all about my topic po. Thank you.
So this is the continuation report of Miss Bisite the types of transfer. The third types of transfer is the near transfer. Refers to the transfer between very similar contexts. This is also referred to as specific transfer. So, ang near transfer is kapag ang bagong sitwasyon ay halos kapareho ng original na sitwasyon kung saan natutunan ang isang bagay. So, for example, kung natutunan mo ang pagluluto ng isang ulam, madali mong matutunan ang pagluto ng ibang ulam na may katulad na mga sangkap at proseso. So, sa madaling salita, ang near transfer ay ang kakayahang ilipat ang mga natutunan sa mga sitwasyong halos kapareho ng original na sitwasyon. So, the last one is far transfer. Far transfer refers to the transfer between contexts that on appearance seem remote and alien to one another. This is also called general transfer. So, far transfer ito ay tumutukoy sa paglipat ng pagtuto sa mga sitwasyong tila hindi magkaugnay. Halimbawa, ang mga kasanayan natutunan sa paglalaro ng chess tulad ng pag-isip ng mga strategy at pagplano ng mga galaw ay maaaring makatulong sa paggawa ng mga desisyon sa negosyo o sa buhay. Sa madaling salita, ang far transfer ay ang kakayahang ilipat ang mga natutunan sa isang context sa ibang context na tila walang kaugnayan. And that's all.
Good day, ma'am. I am Robert C. Alagao, and this is the continuation of our report. Conditions and principles of transfer. These principles are based on the factors that affect transfer of learning. These factors are similar to what Perkins termed as conditions of transfer. Below you will find the factors with a consequent. When we say transfer, it's about how knowledge and skills learned in one situation can be applied to another. There are some examples of conditions that facilitate transfer. First, meaningful learning. When students understand the why behind what they're learning, it's more likely to transfer to new situations. Next, the active retrieval. Regularly retrieving information from memory through practice, testing, or application strengthens the connections in the brain and makes it easier to recall and apply in different contexts. Next, varied practice. Practicing skills in different settings and with different materials helps students develop a deeper understanding and increases the likelihood of transfer. Conditions, factors affecting transfer or learning. Similarity between two learning students. There are many ways to measure the similarity between two learning students. For example, learning style and preferences. Visual versus auditory versus kinesthetic. Do they learn best by seeing, hearing, or doing? Independent versus collaborative. Do they prefer to learn alone in groups? Structured versus flexible. Do they thrive in organized environments or with more freedom? Another example is academic performance. Grades. Do they achieve similar grades in the same subjects? Test scores. Do they perform similarly on standardized tests? Strengths and weaknesses. Do they excel in the same areas or struggle with similar concepts? Principle of transfer. The more similar the two situations are, the greater the chances that learning from one situation will be transferred to the other situation. Remember to provide opportunities for learners to think new material to what they learned in the past. Length of instructional time, also known as time on task, is a crucial factor in student learning. However, there is no one-size-fits-all answer to how much time is ideal. Some factors that affect optimal instructional time. First is age and grade level. Younger students generally need shorter periods of focused instruction, while older students can handle longer sessions. Next is subject matter. Complex subjects like mathematics or science may require more time than simpler subjects like art or music. This would be all. Thank you.
So, good evening, ma'am. So, ang report ko, ma'am, is kadugtong sa report ni Mr. Alagaw. Conditions, factors affecting transfer of learning, principle of transfer and implication. So, first is a variety of learning. So, variety of learning refers to the use of diverse teaching methods and strategies to cater to different learning styles and preferences. It recognizes that individuals learn in unique ways. By incorporating a range of approaches, educators can enhance engagement, comprehensions, and retentions. So, why is variety is important? When learners are exposed to different learning modalities, they are more likely to stay focused and motivated. Next is improve and comprehension. By presenting information in a various formats, learners can grasp complex concepts more easily. So, sa principle of transfer is exposure to many and varied examples and opportunities for practices encourages transfer. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay kapag nakalantad ka sa maraming iba't ibang halimbawa at pagkakataon upang magsanay, mas madali mong mai-apply ang iyong natutunan sa iba't ibang sitwasyon. Halimbawa, kung maraming iba't ibang problema sa matematika ang iyong nasolusyonan, mas madali mong malalaman kung paano solusyonan ang mga bagong problema dahil nakita mo na ang iba't ibang pattern at mga estratehiya. Next is the implication. Illustrate new concepts and principles with a variety of examples. Plan activities that allow your learners to practice their newly learned skills. So, illustrate new concepts and principles with a variety of examples. Plan activities that allow your learners to practice their new skills. So, illustrate new concepts and principles with a variety of examples. This means to explain new ideas or rules using many different examples. For instances, if you're teaching about different types of animals, you could show pictures of cats, dogs, rabbits, fish to help students understand the concepts of animals. Then, plan activities that allow your learners to practice their newly learned skills. This means to create tasks or exercises that let students apply what they learned. For example, if students learned about addition, you could give them math problem to solve. Kung ang estudyante is mas hawod siya mag-English, so maghatag ka sa mga example about sa English nga mga spelling, mga masina. By following these qualifications, next is conditions factor affecting transfer of learning is context for learners' experiences. Context for learning experiences means the background or situation that influence how a student understands and learns new information. So, context of learners is mas damo nga information nga bago, mas damo bagong information sila natun-an kag nabalaan. For example, if you're teaching a student about water pollution, it would be helpful to know if they live near a river or lake, or if they seen a polluted body of water before. This context will help them relate to the lesson more personally. So, nga importante ang context import. Why is context important? So, makes learning more meaningful when students can connect new information to their own experiences. They are more likely to remember it. Helps students make connections. Understanding the context helps students see how different ideas and concepts are related. Next is transfer of learning is most likely to happen when learner discover what they learned is applicable to various contexts. This means that students are more likely to remember and use what they've learned if they can see how it applies to different situations. Learning sticks better when you can use it many ways. So mas magsulod gid sa isipan sa mga estudyante kung damo ka sang techniques nga ihatag sa ila, nga ihatag nga example. The more you can connect what you've learned to real life situation, the better you'll understand it. Next is release a topic in one subject to topics in other subjects or disciplines. Relate it also to real life situation. This means to connect a specific topic from one subject to other subjects or real world scenarios. For example, let's take the topic of force and motion from physics. So, calculating force using formula involves mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Graphing motion like distance time graphs or velocity time graphs uses mathematical concepts like slope and area under the curve. By connecting a topic like force and motion to other subjects and real-life situations, students can develop a deeper understanding of the concept and see its relevance in their everyday lives. So that's all, ma'am.
Ma'am, my name is Prince David Alonsaga, and this is the continuation report of Ms. Dolano. Focus on the principle rather than task. So, as a future teacher now, we need to focus talaga sa ating principle rather than task. Kaya diri sa principle, diri nakapaloob ang aton ng mga discussions about in our class. So, next we have principle of transfer. Principle of transfer is easier than fact. So, diri nakapaloob ang principle transfer. So, ang principle of transfer daw is very easy daw than sa facts. Next is implication. Zero in a principle related to each topic together with strategies based to those principles. So dito is zero principles related together. So mas marami tayong strategic na magamit dito to those principle na kailangan natin sa implication. Next we have emphasis on metacognition. So we need talaga to emphasize talaga the metacognition so that mas mapalo natin yung ating mga principle or mga condition factors and affecting. Next, we have students' reflections to improve transfer learning. So, students' reflections, so need gid natin ang students' reflection para mas ma-improve or ma-enhance pa natin ang skills or knowledge ng isa ka students. Next, we have encourage students to take a responsibility for their own learning and reflect on what they learn. So, as a teacher, responsibility talaga natin na i-guide ang learners and also mag-reflect ang mga learning sa iya. That's all. Thank you.